is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm striving.
What's up, guys? It's Toby Rosario, and in today's video I wanted to do something a little bit different than your typical videos that I've been doing. Just wanted to get real authentic, genuine, and give you a little bit of background on why I wanted to create this channel, right? But before I do all that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. I'm actually trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. And then also give this video a like. And in the comments, let me know if this is your first time, right? If you've been following me for a while and this is not your first time, I hope so far you guys been enjoying the content. But so let's go ahead and get into why I wanted to start this channel. So one of the main reasons is because there's a lot of reasons, and I'll go over all of them now. But the main reason is because you guys, it might not seem like it, but I'm actually a super shy introvert, right? Very shy. I don't like to be in big crowds. I'm very shy. I go to events and I'm the one sitting in the back of the room, right? And even though I'm putting myself out there on camera and things like that, those closest around me know that I'm pretty laid back. I don't like to cause a lot of attention. I'm pretty super shy and introvert, right? And so one of the reasons I wanted to start this channel was because this is something that is pushing me out of my comfort zone. Okay, so by doing this, I'm putting myself out there. I'm putting myself in a spot where I'm normally not comfortable in. Right? It might seem like it because you guys see me on this camera and you see me posting videos and you see me talk about things and things like that, and you're probably telling yourselves, if you're kind of like me, you're probably telling yourselves you can't do that, right? And what I found is that you have to start being comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Does that make sense? You have to start being comfortable being uncomfortable. And I heard someone say that one day, and it just really resonated with me, because when you're uncomfortable, think about it. Think about all the times in your life, right? When you wanted to, when you saw a girl and you finally decided to just take a chance, and it turns out that could be your wife, that could be your girlfriend, that could be the one, right? That happened to me, right? That's how I met my wife. I got out of my comfort zone, and so you have to start putting yourself in situations where you get a little uncomfortable, because what you're gonna find is when you start putting yourself in these situations, that's where the magic grows, right? That's where you see the most growth. You'll never be able to grow if you're not putting yourself in a situation where you're not comfortable, where you're comfortable, right? If you stay comfortable all your life, you're never gonna grow, because that's how progress happens. You put yourself in a situation where the mind, the body, is not used to that type of pressure, and then you're gonna really see what you're made of. So you have to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So that's one of the reasons, right? So the other reason is because I'm a big fan of Gary V. Sorry, and I've read his book Crush It a long time ago. It's a great book. And one of the things, he didn't say this in that book, but he said it at a talk, and he talked about how he would have wanted to see Mark Zuckerberg document his journey before he started Facebook, or while he was starting Facebook. It would have been something it would have been an experience that he would have loved to see, right? To see where you were and then to where you're going, all the way through, right? From start to finish, from A to Z, right? And I think part of me is like, you know what? This is where I'm at, and this is where I'm headed. And in between, you guys are going to follow me along the way to see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, things that's working for me, things that are not. You get to see all my failures, all my wins, and hopefully you guys can learn from them, learn from my failures, and also learn from my wins, so you don't have to make those same mistakes. And I think it's important because, I'm not impressed. When I see someone who's successful, I never you know, I always want to know how they got there, right? So me putting myself out there on YouTube, you know, particularly, you know, as I am documenting all this stuff, it's I think it provides value because you get to see where you were and then you get to see progression, right? Because I'm not going to be in 2 years from now, things are going to be different. In 3 years from now, things are going to be different. In 5 years from now, things are going to be different. So people can always go back to see where I was 3 years ago and where I at 3 years from that time, and then you get to see what I did in between, and you can learn from the things that made me make the jump, right? Made me excel and do well. So back to the Gary Vee point, he talks about how he would have loved to see Mark Zuckerberg build the company from scratch, right? When he first started, if he would have been documenting that and then show all the mistakes he made and what he did to get it to where the company is now, that would have been so valuable at the time, right? So that's why I decided to just document, right? He talks about document, don't create, right? So this is one of the reasons this is not me creating stuff. This is just me this is what I'm doing anyway. I'm just gonna do it all in front of a camera, right? So that's another reason. And the third reason, it's because I genuinely want to help people, right? Because when I first got started, you know, I looked at certain people and, you know, they were able to provide some value to me, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now, right? There's a lot of YouTube channels out there, but you have to find one that resonates with you. But I just want to be able to provide some sort of value to the world, right? And, you know, and hopefully my experiences, my wins, my losses, you'll be able to, you know, gain some sort of knowledge from that, some sort of experience from that, and you can apply that to your own life, business, whatever the case is. And, you know, you're able to see, again, what I was doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and learn from that. And someone who is actively just giving away the information and providing value, you know, I think that's important, right? I don't want to be one that's going to hold all the secrets, right? I think from abundance, someone who shares all his information willingly, because there's so much more in the world that it doesn't really matter if I give some of these things away for free, right? So I don't have to do this, right? I could just go on my merry way and do what I got to do and not have to share or provide any tips. But I think it's important to give back to the world, right? I think it's selfish if you have all this information and there's people out there who don't have it and can use it and benefit from it. You got to share that to the world, right? There's a ton of books on that, and Go Giver is one of them, one of my favorite books. He talks about providing value to the world without receiving any form of payment, right? But those are the three reasons. It's because this is something that normally I wouldn't do, right? I'm a shy introvert. I'm very to myself, very reserved. And, you know, this is me being uncomfortable, me putting myself in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. It might not seem like that, right? You might not translate that to the videos, but it's the truth. Anyone who's close around me knows that, you know, I'm just a shy person naturally, but it's something that I'm getting used to, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, right? And then you start to build this muscle of getting uncomfortable. And that's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to get out of your shell. That's how you're going to progress. That's how you're going to see that incline in success. So that's my time. My name is Toby Rosario. Peace.